Morning, guys. It's Monday, the 21st day of May 2012, and starting off beautiful. They were calling for rain, but it doesn't look like it's going to rain today, or at least not right away. So wanted to show you guys, give you guys an update. I'm going to put a clip of me planting these in front of this, but here's our potatoes. They're growing up. They're growing up nice, and see here, we still got some small ones over here, and there's a couple smaller ones there. But I would say by the end of the week, we'll probably add some soil to these. This one here is the one that's the smallest right now. We got some here growing, and some over here. I keep picking this weed out, using that wheat straw. I never even thought about it when I thought about doing it, but it's no big deal to pick the weed out. But you know, we got all kinds of wheat growing in the barrels as well. And here's the third one. You can see that wheat straw going right there, maybe. For the wheat, not the wheat straw, but the wheat. Looks like grass. I'll just keep picking that out. But potatoes are doing well. Some smaller ones here as well. So I'm thinking by the end of the week, this week, they'll probably be grown up enough to start adding some soil. And again, like I said, we'll just add the soil until we get plumb to the top and can't add no more. And that will hopefully, the idea is, as the plant grows, it'll just shoot more and more tubers, is what they call them, and that's what they look like, is a little tube. And they shoot them just under the ground, or sometimes on top of the ground, and then a potato grows at the end of it. And hopefully we'll do well with these. So yeah, there we go on that. And planted some tomatoes yesterday evening and some peppers. Shove a couple baskets on there. Some kitty points there. What do you say, Hank? Hank, what are you doing, buddy? He's hunting for something, probably. Look at his tail. Hank, what are you doing? Oh, I want to show you guys this before I scatter these. That right there is the ashes from burning the wood, and that much wood turns into that much ashes, that many ashes. It's kind of weird. It's such a small little pile, such a big stack of wood. I just think it's kind of weird. What are you doing there, buddy? What are you doing? You having a good day today, huh? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? Alright, let's check out the other potato bed. And we got this stuff coming up pretty good. It's not doing as well as the stuff in the barrels, actually. We got weed seed, or wheat, growing in it as well, because I threw straw in here. But these will be popping up vigorously, I think, in the next day or two. There's a lot more in there than you see, and yeah. So we'll stay after it, and the way I do it is I go around with my little rotor tiller on the perimeter here, as the potatoes are growing up, and till it up, and then I pull the dirt onto the mound even more until they just get so darn big I can't keep up with it anymore, because they'll get big and spread out and they'll be very bushy and all that. So, and usually yeah, I'm planting them about the same time as I always would, probably a little late. I like to wait until there's no chance of frost. I hate covering stuff up, frost or freezing, and they'll usually they bloom around July 4th, 1st of July, so, and by then they're pretty big, you know, when they start to bloom. So hopefully I'm hoping my barrel potatoes will, I'm hoping that by the time July 4th comes around, we'll have the barrels full of dirt, and then we won't have to worry about that no more. So they'll grow really fast, I think. And I read somewhere where you should water these like once a week. You know, you want to be careful not to give them too much water, but it's been pretty warm here, so I've been watering them about every 3 days, and I just give them each one dose of this bucket right here. It's probably a gallon or so in there, and soak them with that. But we haven't had any rain since I planted them, and I believe that was the clip that you saw in front of this one was 2 weeks ago yesterday. So that's where they're at in 2 weeks, and like I said, they're growing pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with it. And oh yeah. So today I'm going to do a bunch of welding, probably over the next day or two. I'm going to go get my Dodge truck here in just a few minutes, and I went ahead and bought a section of the bed. They charged me $100 for that, and they cut it out, so I can't really gripe about the price on that, I don't think. And it's not in bad shape. It's not great shape. It does have some rust, but all them Dodges rust, and we got a little bit of something going on there, but that's nothing compared to what we got going on the truck now. I think this is going to be an easier route, and since we got all of our welding crap drug out, I'm going to pull that truck up here and slap that panel in there, and then we're going to work on finishing welding the truck up here today. We'll get my daughter to come out and fire spot for me. She's going to be home, and she can make sure we don't have any more fires, if she can stand the smell of that dude when she's in there. So let me get busy here, and hopefully we can get this thing welded up today, or you know, in the next day or so, because I'm going to weld up that Dodge as well. I'm going to paint that Dodge before the week's out, but I'm also going to paint the jams in this as well. And you know, I was this is just not very good right here. We have lots of panel damage. Give you guys an idea, check out that gap right there. That's from the fire, guys. That's not from me welding. You know, I was welding along here, getting my steel, you know, as flush as I can keep it all along. This is a butt weld. Come down here so you can see it. And you know, I had the panel straight. You know, I was being very, very careful, because that is a very long, weak situation right there, and I was being very careful about warping the panel, and had not warped it, and I had welded right in here, I believe, this weld right here, and I think this weld right here before it caught fire. This one and this one. And you know, I'd blown air on it, made sure it was coming back out. You know, actually when you blow air on something, you can actually see after you weld it, you know, the steel will start to relax and come back. And I was being very careful, just hitting this every once in a while, and then I was welding underneath. And that's when I noticed I had a fire. I'm sure the fire came from welding up here, not from the bottom. So and we got to go ahead and push this around a little bit more right there. And but you know, it's all behind us now. I'm gonna get pushing forward here. I'm gonna kick this sucker out the door. So we'll I don't weld with you know, cardboard and all that crap right there in front of me. I got a mat that I use that I throw in there for when I do all that welding across here on all these holes that you see right there. And what it is it's just an old hearth mat that we used to have in the house, and after a while they've had so many coals on them, they're all burned up and they just look nasty. So I use them for sort of like a welding blanket, you know, when I have to go with the door, you know, against the interior or something like that. But actually this door was shut, and that's one of the reasons I put the door back on there, to help line it up. Plus you know, when I was welding that panel right there, or even underneath the rocker, and you know, like some of that stuff right there we got to weld. You know, this panel's not tacked completely in yet, the rocker panel, and you see the front of it there, and it'll get pushed up and that gap will close a little bit. But you know, I'll do all that with the door shut. So that was what I was trying to say there. But so today it'll just be welding and grinding. I'll probably run out of gas. I got a new little bottle of gas when I started this little project, and it doesn't look like there's much left in it. So probably have to get another bottle of gas. I don't know what to do. You know, you would think one of those little bottles would last a little bit longer, and I barely have, you know, it's just, I just have it coming out, you know. It's not coming out hard. We're not shooting it, we don't have a lot of pressure on it. It's actually probably around 10 pounds maybe, or maybe even less when I have it on. So, but these little bottles suck. Plus, you know, I just think they gyp you. They charge me $30-some for that, to fill that little bottle. That's crazy. I hear some of you guys on YouTube, it's a lot less. So, but anyway, that's where we're at. We do have this all welded up, and we'll what we got to do on this truck is we got to get all the welding done on it, and then I'll take the doors back off of it. I'll probably have to put this one back on right here at least one more time. Maybe not. Everything is all fit up, but we'll take the doors off of it, and then I'll jam paint the rocker. And we got a little work to do on the doors as well, on the inside of them, a little rust on the bottom. We're going to fix that, and we'll paint the bottoms of the insides of the doors as well. Then we'll put it all back together and do the body work on it and paint it. So the thing I got to do is get all the metal work done, do the little bit of body work around the rocker panel that we have to do, and get those jambs blown in there, and we'll be ready to go. And then we'll be able to move the truck around again. It won't be all tore apart. We'll get it all back together. So anyway, I'm just rambling on. This video is long enough, and I'm gonna run over there and get that Dodge, and we're gonna see how we're gonna put this on. And we have a potato update, so I hope you guys that are watching the potato videos are enjoying that. And yeah, there we go. You guys take it easy, and we'll see what we can get into today. Alright, here we are on this Dodge truck, and getting ready to try to fit this thing up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this bed cap off, and I'm going to make the joint in the middle. There we go. Yep. We'll make the make our cut here in the middle, or you know, right in here. That way it'll be covered up. And then we're just going on the other side of this rust right here, cut it out, and I'm going to stay about that far on this, and cut that out, and we'll go all the way down. I'm not going to come around the bed. I'm not going to take the bed loose. You know, we're dealing with what is this, an 01? We're dealing with 11 years of rust, and I'll guarantee you it'll be a battle, so I'm not even going to mess with it. And you can see I was messing around with it there, but I'm running out of talent on getting that straight, and it's really goofed up right in this area right here, and I'm just having a hell of a time getting this section right here straight. So called the junkyard, and we got this for $100, the whole darn quarter of a bed, and they cut it out. So that's what we're going to do there. Let me get busy here. I'm going to hack this out, and we'll get this piece hacked out too, because we're going to have to hack it off of what it is. I don't know how much I'm going to use here. This piece of structure right here, I may use some of that, I don't know. So because the other's been up pretty bad, but let me get busy here and we'll see what happens.